Hi, it's Richard Cooper here. I'm the founder and CEO of a Canadian debt settlement company called Total Debt Freedom. I've got Doug Hoyes on with me right now on Skype. He's a bankruptcy trustee, primarily based out of Cambridge. In this video, we're going to be exploring what signs to look for when selecting a trustee to file for bankruptcy or a consumer proposal. Doug's got a ton of experience in the space. He's well respected. I should note that we're not affiliated in any way, and we are in fact competitors. But he's a great guy with a lot of knowledge. So we're going to talk to him right now about the three things that he thinks that you should look for when selecting a bankruptcy trustee. Doug?
Hi, thanks, Richard. Thanks for inviting me on today. Yes, I agree. I think there's three main things you want to look for when you're selecting a bankruptcy trustee. The first thing is when you go in to meet with them, do they explain all of your options? I think we all, as professional advisors, tend to be a little bit biased. If I go talk to a surgeon because I've got a medical issue, he's probably going to recommend surgery. If I go talk to a chiropractor, he's probably going to recommend chiropractic treatment. Well, those are all perfectly good treatments, but I would kind of hope that my chiropractor would explain that surgery is an option and the surgeon would explain that there are other options as well. I think it's exactly the same when you're talking to a financial professional. Do they explain all your options, or does that bankruptcy trustee only talk to you about bankruptcy and nothing else? If they do, then you should probably go elsewhere. You want someone to explain all your options. Second thing, I think, kind of related to that would be, are you talking to a senior person or are you talking to some clerk who really doesn't know what they're talking about? One of the warning signs here would be if they have a sheet of paper in front of them with a checklist with 5 points and they're ticking them off as they tell you them, that would leave me with a little bit of a queasy feeling. I think a professional should know what they're talking about right up front. Obviously, taking notes is a good thing, but if you need the notes to tell you what the answers are, that's kind of a worry. And then I think my other piece of advice, again, for any kind of professional, would be to check them out. Go on Google and Google them. Are there a lot of complaints about them, or are they well respected? Read their website, check them out with the Better Business Bureau. Get a sense of who they are before you meet with them. And I think with that knowledge, you'll be able to select an appropriate professional.
Great. So let me ask this question. In our debt relief space, there's some bad actors in my space and in your space. We had a client in the other day who had spoken to a lawyer about that settlement. They also spoke to a bankruptcy trustee about a consumer proposal or a bankruptcy filing. When they saw the bankruptcy trustee, the story that they told us, or the experience that they had, was they went in, they sat down in a filthy office, actually, where they were talking to a young person who didn't really seem to have answers to the questions they were asking. And when it came to the point to start filling out the paperwork, they didn't actually have paperwork. They had to run down to their car to gather up the necessary paperwork to start them going on the process. And I should mention that it was a bankruptcy trustee's office. I'm not going to mention the name of the trustee, but I was a little bit shattered when I heard that story. Can you talk off to that a little bit?
Yeah, that sort of shatters me too. The way we work, we have actual offices. They have computers in them. They have desks. They have, a stack of paper there so that if we need to take information from you, we can. But the first time we meet with you, the purpose of that meeting is to look at all the options and figure out what needs to be done. And at the end of that first meeting, what I'm going to do, and what any of my people are going to do, is we're going to send you away. We're going to say, here are all the options. Here's some reading material. Here's where our website is. Go home and think about it. Talk to your spouse. Talk to your friends. I mean, I'm not going to force you into this. This is a big decision. If you actually do need to go bankrupt, it will probably be a once-in-a-lifetime thing. We're not going to force you into it. We don't have any of these, special sales. You have to sign up by 4 o'clock today or something's going to change. So we're going to give you the information and send you away, and then you can come back when you're ready. Now, sometimes people will come into my office and say, hey, look, I'm ready to go. I've read your website. I've talked to you on the phone. Great. Then we'll certainly help start to fill out the paperwork with them. But there shouldn't be any high pressure sales tax in this environment, because you're already embarrassed because of your debt problems. You're already feeling a bit vulnerable anyways. I think if people are pushing you into anything, that's a problem. And if they don't seem to be organized when you come in to see them, that would certainly worry me as well.
Good points. So that's Doug Hoyes. You can find his website at hoyes.com. That's HOYES.com. Thanks, Doug.
Thanks.